Good morning, my dear children. Hope you all are fine. Today, shall we learn some grammar? Are you ready? Well, in the previous class, I had sent you this note on pronoun in our WhatsApp group. Do you remember? I hope all of you have written this in your notebook. Those who haven't written this so far, please write it quickly. So, what do I mean by pronoun? Pronouns are words that can be used in place of nouns to avoid repetition of the nouns. So we know that a noun is a naming word. It can be the name of a person, place, animal, thing, idea, concept, etc. And pronouns are words which can be used as a substitute for a noun. Pronouns are words that can be used in place of nouns in order to avoid the repetition of nouns. Which are the pronouns in English? I, me, we, us, you, he, she, they, them, it, etc. There are many more pronouns. These are some of the pronouns. Okay. You are very much familiar with these words. So these words are the pronouns. Okay. These words can be used in place of nouns in order to avoid the repetition of nouns. Then, when do we use it? We use it when we talk about an animal or thing. For example, it is my book. It's a dog. It's a puppy. It is his puppy. See, the word it is used to talk about an animal or thing. Then, we use the words I, me, we and us when we talk about ourselves. I have a red ribbon. My parents love me very much. We are friends. Okay, so the words I, me, we and us are used when we talk about ourselves. Then we use you for the person we are talking to. What is your name? Who are you? What are you doing? You are my best friend. See, we use the word you for the person we are talking to. Then, what does the word pronoun mean? Actually, the literal meaning of the word pronoun is for a noun. For a noun, a word which is used in the place of a noun. Now look at these sentences. First one, Johnny took his bag and placed it on the table. Which are the pronouns in the sentence? His and it. The pronouns in these sentences are marked using red ink. Okay. So, the pronouns his is used instead of repeating the noun Johnny. Johnny took Johnny's bag. So, instead of saying that, we used Johnny took his bag and placed it on the table. What is the it referred to here? The bag. It refers to the bag and placed the bag on the table. So, just think about retelling this sentence like Johnny took Johnny's bag and placed Johnny's bag on the table. It sounds strange, isn't it? It sounds weird. It sounds strange. So instead of repeating the usage of nouns, instead of the repetition of nouns, we can use the pronouns his and it. Johnny took his bag and placed it on the table. Next sentence, Ram has a pen. He writes with it. The pronouns used in this sentence are he and it. He refers to Ram. Ram has a pen. He writes with it. It refers to pen. We have already said that We use it when we talk about non-living things or animals. Then, I am a singer. When we talk about ourselves, we can use words like I, we, us, me, etc. I am a singer. Then, we are students. You are an intelligent girl. Rahul saw John and greeted him. Here, him refers to John. Rahul saw John and greeted him. So, instead of saying John, we used the pronoun him instead of John. Okay. So, pronouns are words which are used as a substitute for nouns. Pronouns are words used in the place of nouns in order to avoid the repetition of nouns. They are playing in the park. It is a good book. She likes to play badminton. Okay. Now please take your worksheet. Take page number 23 in your worksheet. We have already done the first two worksheets in the previous class. Now let's do the third worksheet. Grammar. Fill in the blanks with the correct pronouns. Choose from the box. Here in this box, you can see some pronouns. Using these pronouns, we have to fill in these blanks. Since there are only 4 pronouns given, we can use these pronouns more than once. Okay? First sentence. Shreya is studying. Dash has a test tomorrow. So, in this blank, we have to use a pronoun which can substitute the noun Shreya. We know that Shreya is the name of a girl. So, which pronoun can we use here? She. Shreya is studying. She has a test tomorrow. Second sentence. Neha and Anne are friends. Dash study in the same class. Here, the names of 2 girls are mentioned. Okay. The subject is plural. The names of 2 girls are mentioned. So, which pronoun can be used here? They, our. They study in the same class. Next. Ramesh is a helpful boy. Everybody likes Dash. So, we should use a pronoun in the place of Ramesh. Ramesh is a helpful boy. Everybody likes him. എല്ലാവർക്കും അവനെ ഒരുപാട് ഇഷ്ടമാണ്. A tiger is a wild animal. Dash lives in the jungle. We know that tiger is an animal. So, which pronoun do we use when we talk about animals or non-living things? The pronoun it. We use the pronoun it when we talk about animals and non-living things. A tiger is a wild animal. It lives in the jungle. Next. Tomorrow is my niece's birthday. Dash will be 5 years old. What is the meaning of niece? Niece means the daughter of your brother or sister. Okay. Niece. Niece means the daughter of your brother or sister. നിങ്ങളുടെ ആങ്ങളയുടെയോ പെങ്ങളുടെയോ മകളെയാണ് niece എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. The daughter of your brother or sister. Then what do you call for the son of your brother or sister? Nephew. Nephew. Okay, nephew. Nephew. N-E-P-H-E-W. Nephew is the son of your brother or sister. Okay. So, tomorrow is my niece's birthday. Dash will be 5 years old. I told you niece is a daughter of your brother or sister. So, niece is a girl. So, we can use the pronoun she. She will be 5 years old. Clear? Now, let's move on to the next question. Replace the underlined pronouns with suitable pronouns from the box. Rewrite the sentences. Here again you can see some pronouns. And in these sentences, some pronouns are underlined. We have to replace these pronouns using the pronouns given in the box. Okay. For example, first one. Rohan gave he a toy train. This is an incorrect sentence. Okay, this is not the suitable pronoun. How can we replace this pronoun? Rohan, please rewrite the sentence. Rohan gave, instead of he, him. Rohan gave him a toy train. Next, us are going to the amusement park next weekend. Instead of us, which pronoun we should use? We. We are going to the amusement park next weekend. Okay, complete the sentence. Similarly, can you do the rest on your own? Please try. Then, tick the pronoun which can be used in place of these nouns. Here, in the first box you can see some nouns. 8 nouns are given, and on the right side you can see some pronouns. Now we have to tick the pronoun which can be used in place of these nouns. First one, Amit. The pronouns given are he and she. Which is a pronoun that can be used in place of Amit? We know that Amit is the name of a boy. So the pronoun he can be used. Please tick he. Then next one, cats. I have already told you that when we talk about animals, we can use the pronoun it or they. Okay. Cats. Since cats is a plural word, we can use the word they. We use it while talking about singular things. Okay. They is used in the plural cases. Next, Priya and Raja. Priya and Raja. It's again plural. There are 2 persons. So, they. Next, pencil box. Pencil box is a non-living thing. So, we can use the pronoun it. And it's singular too. Pencil box is singular. There is only one pencil box. So, it. Kavita. Kavita is the name of a girl. So, the pronoun she can be used in place of Kavita. Okay, now do the rest 3 on your own. It's very simple. Worksheet 4. This worksheet is intended to improve your listening, speaking and writing skills. We have done the first question in the previous class. Now, let's do the next one. Speaking. Build a never-ending story. Let each student add 1 sentence to the story. The story can be about anything. So, we are supposed to build a never-ending story, just like how Birbal narrated a story. Let each student add 1 sentence to the story. The story can be about anything. An example is given here. The first student says, once there was a bird. Then, what does the second student say? She lived on a big tree in a forest. Then the third student, she had 3 chicks. Chicks means baby birds. That mother bird had 3 babies, 3 chicks. Student 4, she loved them very much. See, this is a way of building a never-ending story. So, during our evening class, I will ask you children to build a never-ending story. One student can say a sentence, then the next student can add to that sentence. Okay, the next student can add one more sentence to it and it can be followed in the same way. I will give you another model. Student 1 can say, once there was a little boy. Then the second student can say, he lived in a big city. Third student, his name was Charlie. Fourth, his dog's name was Bob. Fifth, every evening, Charlie took Bob for a walk. Can you build a similar story? During our evening class, you need not write this in your notebook. This is a speaking exercise. Okay, so you need not write in your notebook. We can do it from class. Last question, writing. Look at the pictures and write the story. Here we can see 5 pictures. Just observe these pictures carefully and try to frame a story. Try to build a story on your own. You may begin like this. One day, Rani was playing. Here you can see the picture of a girl. And what's the name of that girl? Rani. One day, Rani was playing. So, look at this picture closely and try to build a story of your own. What are the other things that you see in this picture? You can see a dog and 2 elderly people, tree, house. Okay, using these clues, try to build a story of your own. And you have to write it in the blank provided. Okay, I will give you a model. One day, Rani was playing with her dog Jack in her room. The name of her dog is Jack. Her mother asked her to go and play outside. Rani and Jack went outside the house. Rani fell down and got hurt. She began to cry. Jack ran home to get Rani's parents. Rani was very happy to see her parents and Jack. She hugged Jack tightly. See, this is a story that I have written. Children, please take this as a model and try to write in your own words. Try to write your own story here. Okay. Dear children, now please take your English textbook. Take page number 14 in your main course book. Here we have got a few more questions based on pronouns. We have already discussed the pronouns. If you are thorough with pronouns, you will be able to answer these questions easily. First one, circle the correct pronouns in the sentences below. We need to circle the correct pronouns given in bracket. Okay, in order to complete these sentences. First one, this is Rita. Dash is a pilot. The options given are she and it. This is Rita. Rita is the name of a girl. So which pronoun can we use? She. Please circle she. We use it when we talk about animals and non-living things. The next, Rohit is hungry. Dash wants a sandwich. Rohit wants a sandwich. So, which is a pronoun that can be used in place of Rohit? Rohit is the name of a boy. So, the pronoun he can be used. Rohit is hungry. He wants a sandwich. Peter helped the old woman cross the street. Dash is very kind. Peter helped the old woman cross the street. Peter is the name of a boy. So the pronoun he can be used. He is very kind. Can you do the rest three on your own? Please try. Next question. Use grammar. Work in groups of 4. Build a story in about 10 sentences. One student in the group makes a sentence using nouns. The next student adds a new sentence using he, she, it or they instead of the nouns. We saw a similar question in our worksheet. So, we can build stories by making use of pronouns. Okay. For example, a model is given here. Student 1. Once there was a girl called Anita. Student 2. She was a very clever girl. Instead of repeating the noun Anita, here the pronoun she is used. She was a very clever girl. Then the third student. She lived in a big house. Who is the she mentioned here? Anita. So, to avoid the repetition of nouns, pronouns can be used. She lived in a big house. Fourth student says, it had a beautiful garden. What is the it? Mentioned here, it is a pronoun which stands for the noun house. It had a beautiful garden. The house had a beautiful garden. Okay. Children, can you write this in your notebook? Not this. Try to build a story of your own by making use of pronouns like these. Okay? Can you write it? Should I give another example? For example, the first student can say, once there was a boy called Anuj. Then the second student can say, he was very naughty. Then third, he fought with his friends. Fourth, they were very upset. You can continue the story in this way. Okay? Try to write a few sentences. Try to build a story in this way. Okay? Now let's move on to the next question. Do this activity in pairs. Student A reads out the given passage. Student B reads out the passage using they, we or I in places of the words in bold. So, a few words are given in bold letters. We have to replace these words with suitable pronouns. A little girl lived in a small hut in a village with her mother and father. One day, the girl, her mother and her father decided to go to a fair in the neighboring town. So, the words given in bold letters are the girl, her mother and her father. So, it's plural. Instead of these words, which pronoun can we use? They. One day, they decided. When there is more than one person, we can use the pronoun they. One day, they decided to go to a fair in the neighboring town. Fair means mela. Okay. Mother said, Mother will make some tasty dumplings. So, mother is the one who is saying this. So, instead of using the word mother, what can we say? I. Because mother is telling. Mother said, I will make some tasty dumplings. Mother will leave the dumplings in a pot. I will leave the dumplings in a pot. When the little girl, mother and father get back, tired and hungry, the little girl, mother and father will have something tasty to eat. So, when the little girl, mother and father, instead of that, which pronoun can we use? We. When we get back tired and hungry. Just remember that this is something that the mother says. Okay. Then, do the last one on your own. Now take page number 64. 6-4. Grammar worksheets. The never-ending story, pronouns. Here again there are more questions based on pronouns. Fill in the blanks with the correct pronouns from the brackets. First one, Dash saw Tina walking to school. Which pronoun can we use here? Dash saw Tina walking to school. I saw. Second one, Dash was wearing a white uniform. Since was is used here, the subject should be singular. Okay, since was is used here, the subject should be singular. She is a singular pronoun, whereas they is a plural pronoun. So which one should be used here? She. She was wearing a white uniform. Can Dash lend Dash a pencil? Can you? It's a request. Can you lend Dash a pencil? Can you lend me? Enikku oru pencil tharamo? Can you lend me a pencil? There are two more sentences. Try to complete on your own. Okay. Next one. Take the correct words to complete these sentences. We have to tick the correct pronoun in order to fill these blanks to complete these sentences. First one. Kannan is making a lot of noise. Ask Dash to keep quiet. Kannan is making a lot of noise. Ask him. The pronoun which can be used instead of Kannan is him. So put a tick mark. Him. Is Mona present? I want to speak to Dash. Is Mona present? Mona is the name of a girl. So I want to speak to her. Now do the rest three on your own. We shall discuss the answers in the evening. Take the correct sentence in each pair. A few sentences are given here. We have to tick the grammatically correct sentence in each of these pairs. First one, Asim knows him can play well. Asim knows he can play well. Which is the right sentence? Asim knows he can play well. Second one is the right sentence. Then, I think it is Sony's car. I think they is Sony's car. It is a singular pronoun, whereas they is a plural pronoun. Here, it refers to Sony's car. It's a singular thing. Okay, Sony's car. There is only one car. So, I think it is Sony's car is the correct one. Can you do the rest on your own? Please try. Underline the pronouns in these sentences. This question is intended to check whether you can identify the pronouns in a sentence. Look at the first sentence. Ira is in the park. She is playing with balloons. Which is a pronoun used in the sentence? She. Underline she. Next one. Are you from Pune or Nashik? Which is a pronoun used? You. Third sentence. Ansh and I are classmates. We are also neighbors. Here we can see two pronouns. Which are they? I and we. I have answered the first three. Now you try to do the rest three on your own. Children, so today we have learned pronouns. What do you mean by pronoun? Pronouns are words which are used in place of nouns to avoid the repetition of nouns. I, me, we, he, she, it, they, etc. are some of the pronouns. I hope it's clear. If you have any doubts, please clear your doubts during our Google Meet session in the evening. Okay. Thank you. Have a nice day.